Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, and today is a special episode and most of you know today is my birthday, and I'm glad that I am sharing my journey with you guys on this special occasion. So you need to, in case you don't know much about me, now this is your time, this is your chance to know maybe a little bit about me. So you want to calm down, relax, get a cup of coffee or juice and just watch this episode. I promise you're going to find this episode interesting, fun, and something to take home and help you guys out there. Probably you guys should also get to know the reason why I started this program actually. So stay back and enjoy this episode. You people know that I'm from Nigeria, but in case you don't know, I was born in Nigeria and actually did all my high school in Nigeria. Then I did my undergrad also in Nigeria in one of the best universities in the country, and that is University of Ibadan. So any other university in Nigeria that are saying, people like OAU folks saying that OAU is the best, no, it's not the best, UI is the best, it's the first and the best. You can check that, Google doesn't lie. Anyway, moving on. So I did my undergrad in University of Ibadan, where I majored in computer science, then worked for some time in Nigeria. Well, 2017 I decided to come over for my master's in management information systems, and I've been here for 3 years now, graduated 2019. Talking about coming to the years, I've always wanted to come to the years because of my degree. I think as a computer science, you want a lot of exposure, and United States gives you that exposure as well. So I knew that I actually wanted to come to not just maybe United States. I was even actually thinking of Canada at first, but things happen, and Canada universities did me strong thing, and I couldn't get I couldn't get admission. But I think one of the reasons why that is because I was rushing to finish up my application that year. So I think I missed some certain details and I couldn't get admission. However, I decided to try United States and also try Canada as well, which I got admission into 2 universities in United States. However, the process of me getting those admissions, I think one of the things that was called to me that helped me out was because I have friends or family folks that are in the United States that really helped out. So I was doing a lot of calls, I want to come to US and this is my degree. And one thing I also did was, how valuable is my degree after work? I asked a lot of information questions to see whether I'm making the right decision coming to the United States, and that really helped me out. I also researched online. So talking about maybe whether I looked for scholarship or maybe searched for scholarship online, I didn't, honestly. I just felt like I was going to figure out things as they go. Although I'm a planner, I think what I did was I had a spreadsheet, or not a spreadsheet this time around. I had this book where I jotted things that I needed money for, my expenses for the first year and things like that. I jotted down, and I wanted to make sure that I have all the right details, accommodation, make necessary plans, because I really didn't care about scholarship at that point in time, and I felt like looking back, I think I should have even care about that scholarship. But we'll talk about that more about that later. And so that could have really helped me out so much. But I was able to get a list of things and made plans as much as I can before traveling or coming to the United States for my master's program. What other things there? So I did IELTS. But IELTS, that's the English test exam, and I had my score, submitted it for application. I gained admission, just like I said initially, also that into 2 universities. One is University of Nebraska and Bowie State University. And one thing that I thank God I made the right decision, because I wanted to actually go to University of Nebraska, which is, I think, a much better school than Bowie State University. However, my parents wanted me to, like, hey, you need to go to Bowie State University because you have people in Maryland. Like, I have family in Maryland that could help settling down easy. So one of the advice I would say is, if possible, in making your decision, to consider the location of your school, consider proximity to family, because you actually need family when you come to the United States to help you, set the ball rolling for a few months, then later on, maybe on your own. That will really, really help you. Please don't forget that. And for those people that don't have family, like, try to see if you can connect with the international student office. Maybe they can link you up with people from your country that can help settling down easy. I think those things really, really, really matter. You don't want to be stranded. Really, you don't want to be stranded. So it really matters a lot. So I think that really helped me. That's the whole process. There wasn't so much, reading for GRE or other exams. It was just strictly English test. Came into the country, settled down because I had family here, and settling down was not that difficult for me. So let's talk about internships. Yes, and I got my internship on full time. There's something I feel like we need to know about me getting an internship. It all started, just like I said, my interaction with Wale. Wale was the first person that made me to understand that I need to get an internship. And coming in here, I already prepared my resume, and all I just needed was to adapt it to American Standard resume. So I checked around, what's the American Standard resume? Checked online, asked people, send me your resume, let me format it to that American Standard resume. And which I did. I set it up. Immediately Wale told me that I needed an internship. I set it up. I applied to a couple of companies, Google, Facebook. I was just applying my very first few months. I'm telling you, I started applying since August of 2017 when my program started. And funny enough, I got a call. I got an email from Facebook saying that, hey, we saw your resume, we want you to, I wanted to interview you for a software engineering role, or that's for internship position, but as a software engineer for 2018 of next year. One of my people that I interviewed during this program talked about companies actually recruiting a year ahead, and that's the truth. That's the truth, because even for America, too, same thing. And Wale told me that, hey, that's how they do it. So I needed to put my resume there, and there's a window, there's a time, or what we call recruiting season. So you need to know the window. Yeah, they recruit all year around, but there's a time that they recruit for internships and each company. So you need to know that calendar. You need to know when that is. The time PwC recruits might be different. It's actually different from the way Google, at the time Google and Microsoft recruits. But so you need to, search. And I remember I was checking Google's website, Facebook website, like checking for opportunities. And I did a lot of applications. So let me just give you a joke. So so when Facebook called, sent me a message about my internship, saying that, hey, we need to interview you. I said, okay, no problem. Reply to them, yes, I'll be glad to do that. They sent me all the structures. I got a call the day that was scheduled. So when I got the call, immediately I saw the phone number. I saw it was coming from California. I was just like, wow, how can they? I was kind of scared, like, I started panicking, like, why? So it's true, somebody from Facebook, because I thought, like, I was thinking that anybody working with Facebook, they are geeks, they are nerds, they are very good at what they do. So I started panicking, like, oh, somebody calling me from Facebook and things like that. And I tell you, I actually didn't do well in that interview. Not because I didn't know the questions. All the coding questions were actually easy, were things I already prepared for. But I wasn't just myself because I was just panicking. But it was a good experience for me because I was able to put my application online and I could see company like Facebook see my resume that, oh, this guy actually has something there. So it gave me ginger. It gave me so much, like, inspired me to do more. So I decided to start sending my resume out there. However, the way I got my internship, going back to the way I got my internship was, through NSB. So having registered to be a member of NSB, I also, because they were having a fall regional conference, which is always around the winter fall winter period in every year. There was a position open to be a registration coordinator, to be part of a registration committee coordinator, which is a role that helps in basically a registration coordinator is expected to be part of the members of the NSB regional planning committee. So I decided to just put my name there, and luckily for me, I was called. I interviewed for the position, got the approval to be the registration coordinator, and my school now what's left is actually getting transport to get to where the conference is, and which is at North Carolina. And I was a newbie, I didn't have any money. How will I get there? So I reached out to my professor, one of my professors, in which I already, connected with, networked based on Wale's instruction. So, I decided to reach out to her, talk to her about it, and she also has a club which is called robotics. And that robotics, she said, why not? Like, she can figure a way that the school will sponsor not just me, but executive members or e-board members of the club to go for the conference. So we reached out to the school, and they were ready to sponsor us, but that minute they couldn't sponsor us anymore, maybe because of one issue or the other, maybe budget basically. However, because I was a part of the planning committee, my professor said, hey, even if they can't sponsor everybody, they have to sponsor me because I'm part of the planning committee. So what's the lesson there? It's because I didn't just register, become a member of the of National Society of Black Engineers alone, but because I decided to, take responsibility, be part of it by helping or volunteering in those in their activities. That was how I was able to. I alone, not even the president of the robotics club, was able to go for the conference. I alone was able to go for the conference. So getting there with no GPA, and everybody saying that they can't recruit me, they can't get me in because I'm this is my first semester, I don't have a GPA, I'm international student and things like that. There were a lot of no's, to be honest, but I didn't let that weigh me down that much. Of course, I was sad, but I didn't let it weigh me down. I made sure that I talked to as many recruiters at the conference, and that was, I think, towards the second day, I got, I got to the Cummins booth and I submitted my resume to them. That was how I submitted my resume to the Cummins recruiter with having no idea of whether they're going to call me for the for interview or not. I just submitted it because it was already, there were too many no's that day, but I just submitted it and I went back to Maryland. I think 1 month or 2 months later, they called me and they said they want to interview me. And by the time they interviewed me, I already have my GPA and I was able to this is my GPA and things like that. To cut the long story short, I got it. But I think the whole idea of me, telling you this long story and going through this uh, journey with you guys is for you to understand that whatever you plan to do, put your whole mind to it. Just put your whole mind to it. Just go for it. It doesn't matter the number of no's, the number of setbacks. Just go for it. One day it will really help you out, and that's what happened to me. Thank God I was able to put myself out there by all means. Honestly, I put myself by all means, and my colleagues or my fellow folks at Bowie State University will be able to testify that actually I put myself out there. I know I spent so much time talking about my internship, but now I think to talk about my full time, I also need to talk a little bit part of my internship as well. So when I got to my internship, just like I said, they told me, Wally told me, hey, for you to get full time, you have to get a company that can get you an internship position and be able to move you from being an intern to their permanent or full time staff. So I decided that once I got to my internship, I'm going to show my value too, just the way I've been doing in school, because I am not ready to be counting bridges in United States. So for those people that doesn't understand that analogy, basically I'm not ready to play. I'm just saying I'm not ready to play in this United States. We are here to get the money. This land is a land of opportunities, to be honest. So once I got to my internship, internship location at Minnesota. So that's Cummins in Minnesota. Thank God there were a couple of Nigerians in the company. You know what I had to do? Reach out to my own boys. Hey guys, how do I do it? How do I ensure that this internship position is being converted to a full-time position? And they gave me the lowdown, value, meet these people, show that you're doing work very well, connect with as many people, even beyond the department that you're working with, and shout out to everybody over there, Bolanle, Alaba, Gavin, if any of you is watching this video, thank you so much for you guys. You guys really helped me to really know what I need to do, and it was an amazing family. I want you guys to learn something. Wherever you are, you have to just look for people that you easily can connect with, and the person that you can easily connect with, person from the same country you are, it's easy. You guys can help each other, and that's what I did. Thank God for that. So and I started showing my value, doing a lot of things, and also connecting with people out of the company, out of my own department itself, because I was getting, I think at that point in time, my interest was lying with cybersecurity. So I was connecting with people over there that were doing cybersecurity at Cummins, and shout out to Peju. Thank you for all the connections and helping me with, know so much about cybersecurity back at Cummins. So moving forward, after my internships, I think I was confident that they're going to call me back for my full-time position, because I had connected with so many people, so many leaders. So my manager loves what I have done. My project, my internship was outstanding. Everything was good. So and I got called for a full-time position few months when I came back after I came back from my internship. However, I wasn't the right road I wanted. I wanted cybersecurity, but they gave me I think it's more of like a software engineering role. I can't remember the exact position, but it was related to software engineering because of my background, which is not bad anyway. However, I decided even though I have this full-time position, I'm going for other positions. I'm still going to check for companies out there, and that's what I did. I continued applying. I didn't rest on my horses. I still made sure that I'm applying, connecting with different people on LinkedIn, and that's where LinkedIn helped me out. That's where I connected with Blessing Adogame. That's where I knew Akoswa. Checking LinkedIn stories. Some of them can can be depressing, because when you hear good news, people doing good stuff, and like, oh, what am I doing in my life? But I did see that way. I used that to challenge myself to be better. You understand? Then one thing I learned is, how do I put myself there on LinkedIn? So I started sharing my project on LinkedIn that I've done, so that recruiters can see, because most people feel like, what do I need to share? What do I need to share about my share on LinkedIn? Man, you don't need to share. You don't need to share such a big thing. Share about your project. Share about the work that you're doing. Share about your assignments. Let people know things you do on a daily basis. Like, just be vulnerable there. I think Akoso has taught us to be vulnerable on LinkedIn, and that's what has helped her and gotten her to where she is now. So shout out to Akoso if you are watching this video. So I started applying. So fortunately, I've already positioned myself as the president of my department student club. So PwC was looking to do more activities with HBCU community, so they came to my school. So because I've already positioned myself as the president of the student club, and my department head knows me a lot until now. We still have conversation once in a while, and I have professors that knows me on campus. They just connected with me and say, hey, PwC wants to do something with students. Let's see what we can do. So I had to work with other clubs within College of Business to bring PwC, and PwC, as at that point in time, they were recruiting as well. So they came in, talked about their opportunities. The organizing of that program was actually great. We have a lot of students. And I had to take advantage of the fact that they were recruiting, putting my name there, my role, cybersecurity, and luckily for me, I got the job. So it was because I've already added value, built a reputation, and I've done internships, and they were able to see it in my resume. Also, one thing that helped me out was, because I knew that I want to pivot from software engineering to cybersecurity, I decided to pursue a certification in cybersecurity, which is CompTIA Security Plus. Immediately I got that, I added that to my resume and I sent it to PwC. I believe that's one of the reasons why I was able to get that job, because they saw that this guy has a certification already. So I would say, as a student, you can also get certifications. Please, if possible, get certifications. And I know it can be costly in terms of time and resources, and even money to pay for these exams, but it's very essential. So please and please, if you have the opportunity to do so. And I did that. I got the job, and here I am, a year and some months in PwC. And it has helped me. I've grown over the last 1 year, and I'm glad I made the right decision. So when I got the job, I sent message to Cummins recruiter saying that, hey, this is what happened. They weren't happy, but I needed to focus on, and I don't want to tell you, it's not because of salary, because it will shock you. It wasn't because of salary that I made that decision. It was because I wanted that role itself, and I'm so glad that I made that decision. So guys, what will be my last word? I know I've said a lot of things, but I wanted you to understand my own journey, and the reason I know I called down on a lot of stuff in this video, because there's a whole lot, and I want to make sure that we do it within a few minutes. We have 35 minutes, but I want you to know something. And what I want you to understand is, people matter. Networking matters a lot. Networking. Connecting with the right people matters a lot. Is the first thing that you need to learn and use all your life from the beginning. See, from cradle, I won't say from cradle to the grave, but that's the point. From cradle to grave, you need to always establish connection with people. I used to say this. You're an international student, and you are probably black, or you are not even white, basically. That means you are a minority, and being an international student place you in another classification of another minority. You understand? So you're a minority of the minority. So that puts you on a lot of disadvantage. But it's not a disadvantage, to be honest. It's an opportunity to prove your worth out there. So it's not left to you to prove your worth. It's not left to you to come out of your comfort zone. So are you willing to come out of your comfort zone? All these things that I was saying, I wasn't just working 9 to 5 to get things done. I was working around the clock, studying around the clock, making sure things. I told you at the start, I didn't really have a social life. And I'm not saying that people should follow my pattern. I'm just trying to say that you should set your priorities right. And that's very critical. Most international students focus on their current circumstance, like, oh, how do I pay my school fees? How do I do this? Which are very important, but they're not thinking of a long time, like, hey, once I'm done with all these things, how do I get a job? How do I, for those that want to stay back? So you need to think long term. You need to think holistically, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Think holistically. I kept on making mention of Wale. Wale is one of the amazing people that has helped me. Another person that has helped me is my uncle, but he really helped me out. Yeah. So for those that have family out there and you can network with, you can rely on them, use that connection. It's not like probably they'll give you money or something, but they will give you advice. And to be honest, those advice are really important. They will really help out. You understand? And please, don't, as an international student, don't ever do anything alone. Don't do things alone. You don't want to do things alone. You don't want to do things alone. Once you get to the campus, network with people. Just like I said, the very first group of people you can network with easily is people from your own home country. And the people you are networking with, make sure that they are people that they are trustworthy. They're not just people looking for a shorter route to success. Please focus on people that can help your life get better. And that's what has helped me. The friends I keep matters a lot to me. And I hope that you guys, have learned a lot from this video and see the reason why I decided to start this program. So hey guys, this is the last part of the interview. I hope you guys had fun while watching this interview. And I hope you guys will like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please do so, please. Anyway, we're ending the year and holidays are fast approaching. I hope you guys will really have time to, if you haven't watched any of these episodes that I posted in the last 6 months, take some time to watch it, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and, feedback, give us feedback on IG or comment on any of those videos. We'll be reading those videos. Anyway, moving forward, like next year, we're going to be doing something much more interesting. Not just people coming to share their journey or story, but also, how do I, we'll start talking of how do I, start a career in cybersecurity and all those things. Thank you so much for your constant support. I really do appreciate you. Shout out to the people, to everyone that's made this year a great year for me. Shout out to my special person. The person knows herself. So shout out to you. Thank you for helping out with this video, and I hope to see you in the next video as well. Cheers.